What's up, YouTube? It's HMC, and this video pisses me off. This is going to be a good discussion right here. This is a discussion right here that needs to be discussed from every YouTuber that watches wrestling. Because this is an interview that Bret Hart did. They was talking about Daniel Bryan or something. And then he told him that, like, Daniel Bryan is never going to wrestle again. And that he just don't know it yet. And he was talking about that he figured out he was never going to wrestle again because of what Goldberg did to him. So I don't understand how you going to tell somebody they can't wrestle again. And, like, that's just hurting, Daniel Bryan, because obviously when he comes back, he's going to get a push and whatever. Like, you can't do that. Like, you can't just blurt some stuff out like that. Like, that's cold. Like, you think they would have told Dolph Ziggler that he couldn't wrestle again after his last concussion that made him get stripped of his title? No. Did they tell Barrett he couldn't wrestle again because of what Jack Swagger did to him at that Friday night SmackDown taping? No. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell Triple H he couldn't. Well, yeah, they did tell Triple H he couldn't wrestle again when he hurt his quad. Back in 2002. But he came back, you know what I'm saying? I feel as if Daniel Bryan's going to come back, I mean, you can't just say that somebody's not going to come back and wrestle. I'm saying he got a couple more years, Daniel Bryan, he might not be the healthiest person, but he's the most person that I know that got a heart, He got the most heart. If he can come back, and just stop doing a little more high-flying stuff and go back to doing that technique wrestling that he does on the ring. But yeah, he'll be back. He even told us that he'll be back at the I think it was the last pay-per-view at Elimination Chamber. He told us he was going to be back pretty soon. So I'm saying he's going to be back, Sami Zayn's going to be back next year. They didn't tell him he couldn't wrestle again. You know what I'm saying? You can't you can't do that. They didn't tell John Cena he couldn't wrestle again after he hurt his arm, you know what I'm saying? They can't do that, Daniel Bryan's gonna come back healthy and strong. I don't care what Bret Hart says, you know what I'm saying? Bret Hart, I love Bret Hart, man. I've always been with the Hart Dynasty, but that stuff that he did right there was pretty out cold. You can't tell someone they can't wrestle again. Unless they actually can't wrestle again. Unless they're Edge, you can't tell nobody they can't wrestle again. I mean, Edge could wrestle again, but he'll probably be paralyzed because the dude can't go. But I'm just saying, you can't tell somebody they can't do nothing when they obviously can. And especially Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is going to come back strong. And if he did have to retire, then all my apologies go to Bret Hart. But at the same time, Bret Hart shouldn't be trying to bring nobody down with that. I feel as if this should probably motivate Daniel Bryan to want to come back, but not soon because you know what happened last time. But I just wanted to discuss this. Please like, comment, subscribe. Please tell me about your feelings towards this because I want to know your comments. Please, this should be a big discussion on Twitter, everything. Because Bret, I love you, man, but this was wrong of you to do. Like, comment, subscribe. HMC is out. This is crazy. Subscribe. And don't forget to push that like button. And make sure you send me feedback on my comments to let me know I'm doing a good job.